Hi everyone, it's Nicole and welcome back to my channel. And I started this new little series because started, first of all, I started cleaning my room, then I started organizing. And when I did that, I found some markers, some Ohuhu markers, and they're alcohol markers. And I'm like, I've never used them. And I purchased those like 3 years ago. So I thought, you know what, it's high time to start using them. And then I organized my Copics, better. And I was like, you know what? I've had these Copic markers for like 20 years. So pretty close, some of them, So it's time to really start using them. And I have all these stamp sets and that need to be used up. So this stamp set here is from CC Design and she's called Banner Heidi and she's so cute. So let me tell you the colors that I use. So her face was E000, E50, and R20. Her hair is E43, E44, E47, and E49. Her shirts and shoes is YG01, YG05, YG23. Her socks are BG000, BG32, and BG13. Her banner is V000, V01, and V12. And also BV000, V22, and V28. So quite a few markers, and those are the Copic markers. And what I decided to do is every time I stamp, one of those stamp sets, first of all, I stamped a whole bunch. But when I start coloring them, I take two out and then I do one version using the Copics and the other version using the Ohuhu. So I can tell you, yes, it's worth it to get the Copics because there is a $9 difference between the Copics and the Ohuhu. Now, I have to say, I like them equally. I find Copic easier to find the colors. Like I'll spend more time finding colors for the Ohuhu because they're not as set in stone, like when you start with, let's say with the E's, if you go E000 and you go two up and, so on and so forth, you're going to get a good blend. With the Ohuhu markers, you just have to, I don't know, fiddle with them a little bit more. So then I have that little book that I have on top there and I'll play on that a little bit more. Another thing I find is I don't have the earth package and I don't have a lot of choices for skin. I have one choice, R18, R19, and R20. So, and with the Copics, I have so many E's, right? So I'm not going to get rid of my Copic markers is what I'm saying. I love them both equally, but if, the price of the Copic is what was keeping you back, I would go and get the Ohuhu markers and start coloring. I am addicted. I am having so much fun coloring. Now I have to say this is the last one that I'm going to be coloring from afar. I've kind of have a new setup that I'm going to be coloring and it's going to be showing them a little closer. And I think it's going to be so much more fun to watch. You know what I mean? Except one, I need, a manicure. And two, I'm not, a professional at using my Copic markers, but it just goes to show that you don't need to be. You just need to have fun, And this was also when I didn't have a specific area dedicated to coloring. I am enjoying this so much that I now have a specific area. But before I go on, let me tell you the colors that I used for the Ohuhu markers. So the face, again, I don't have too many choices, so I took R19, R20, and R21. I kind of left R18 out this time just to see what it would give me. The hair is E090, E111, and E170. The shirt and shoes is GY5, GY7, and GY8. The socks is BG4, and then I use G420 and then BG5. And by the way, the order that I'm giving you the markers, that's the order that I use them, because I start with the lightest and then I go to the medium and then I go back to the lightest to blend it out, and then I go like with the third one. And then the banners are R24, R13, and V230 and V250. I'll tell you, I really like her hair. And the reason I like her hair is that I think I'm going to color in again, because I'm really working on the flicking motion. And you know, you flick from the, let's say, the bottom, so like where her forehead is up, and then from her top of the line down, and then you blend it, and then it gives like kind of a highlight. I didn't do that great of a job. I think that was one of the first times that I did that. And you know, like anything else, you're not going to get better at something if you just think about it. You got to do. So my advice would be to just, if you have stamps, take them out, stamp them in Memento ink, because all the ones that I did not, they're all running, so that's no good. Another thing is try different types of papers. You know, everybody's saying the Neenah cardstock. Well, I just purchased it. I'm glad I didn't pay the $70, because I don't like it. It feathers, so it seeps through, you know, beyond the line. There's some tricks you can do for that. So instead of going to the line, you kind of go, you start at the line and you come in so that it doesn't feather out. But with my hammer mill, it doesn't do that. And I literally have 700 sheets of hammer mail, because that is what I use to print my digital files. So I have 3 big stacks of that paper. So I'm like, you know what? I like the way the color goes down on that paper. I'm going to stop wasting my money and try different ones. I wanted to try different ones so I could kind of report back to you and say, you know, like, yes, I like this, or no, I don't. But if you can find a source, I wouldn't buy the 250 sheets. You know, I went to my local scrapbook store and they were selling them in 25. So I tried it with that, and now I don't like it. So I'm just gonna keep to my hammer mill. So I guess I didn't film me doing this section into my planner, which is one of my favorite things to do. But that's it. That's going to complete this color with me. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.